Okay, so we are almost ready to go. People are joining in, and then I will admit them now in 3, 2, 1, and go. Welcome, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. And there are some people still joining. I'm going to slowly allow them in. Yes. Okay. So I'm very happy to see a lot of familiar faces, but also faces that I don't know. Somebody else coming in. Yes. Hi, hi. And so while we are all settling into the space and waiting for the rest also maybe to join, I like to invite you to share in chat. Where are you located? Because of course some of you I know, but you don't know between each other. So I would like to see where are you all coming from, which city, which country, and then while we are still waiting just a bit, I'm going to just start by Rotterdam. I see here chats, slides. I'm going to just start by giving a bit of an overview of what is going to happen today. So we are now settling in, and I would like to just ask you to make yourself comfortable, maybe grab something to drink or something else that you need to feel more comfortable for the next, I hope, 1.5 hours, because it's the first time. So I'm going to try to be mindful about also the time. Then I'm going to give the overview of the day. So this is what is happening of the day, of the meeting. I'm sorry, that's what's happening now. Then we are going to have a short, brief relaxation meditation to get out of our heads and into our body. I also need that because it's the first time that I'm doing this, and I notice that I'm a bit excited. Let's call it excited. And following that, we are going to go to the breath work, talking a bit about breath work and why this particular type of breath work. And I was thinking quite a lot how to do this, but first to have more talking about growth and whatever other topics that I have in mind for today. But then I realized that what I would like to do is first to have the breathwork session so that we all can relax and have this more like somebody else is joining, very nice, so that we all get even more relaxed, even more open, and after that we are going to also talk about the topic for today, and the topic for today is curiosity. So how to cultivate more curiosity. Okay, so yeah, hello everyone. Frank, Brussels. It's very nice to see all of you faces that I haven't seen for so long time, and also faces that I've never seen but only know from phone calls, and also other faces that I have never seen before. So it yes, thank you so much for being here. Belgium, excellent. Okay, nice. Okay, so I think we are complete, so we can start. So I would like to invite you first to have some moments of getting a bit into our bodies. I mean, I don't know what you did today, but my day was long. I spent like hours in the train and behind the computer and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like feeling it. So maybe, you can open a bit your chest. I stay all the time like this. It's very, very uncomfortable. Maybe you can also move your shoulders a bit, and other way around. Then you can also stretch a bit the neck by holding your head with your head and just gently pressing, not too hard, and then uh, to the other side, also, uh, and moving it to one side, to the other one, and up, and down. And then I don't know how it is with you, but I store a lot of tension in my face. I'm going to get rid of my glasses because it's not so easy to do this. So what I invite you to do is just it doesn't look so fancy, when you do it, but it's very good for you. You can also pull your tongue out, ah, maybe a bit massaging here. That's quite a lot of tension stores here. Do you know that, for instance, even when you're thinking and even not talking, you're still using the muscle of the face? Is crazy. And I also store quite a lot of tension here. I tend to look like this all the time. So, oh, oh, this is already a bit better. Just shake it a bit like all that tension from all that day. So I'm hoping that you are also a bit more to your body, in your body that you were before joining. So I like to invite you now to just close your eyes and just focus a bit on your breath. And let's take some deep breath in and then out. And let also a sound. Sound is welcome, like a sigh. And a deep breath again. And again out with a sigh. And let it also be long. We are stopping much too soon our breath. And let's just repeat this again. Very well. And turn now your attention to the surfaces where you're standing on, you're leaning against, those surfaces that support you at this moment. Maybe you can turn your attention to your buttocks, sitting on the chair, or the chair that I'm leaning on, and feel where the back it's also touching it. Turn your attention to your feet touching the ground, or your hands resting, in my case, on my legs. And just take a moment to feel those surfaces, to feel how you are supported, how you are carried. You don't have to do anything, and yet you can rest. And meanwhile, you can still continue to deep breathly and let outside sound is very, very welcome. And now imagine yourself sitting on wherever you're sitting, on your chair, on your couch, and see yourself a bit from outside. Just imagine, see yourself, visualize yourself sitting in your room, and visualize the surface that you're sitting on, and the floor that supports you, the walls of the room, and then slowly imagine yourself that you're transforming into this being of light. See yourself made of light. See yourself like a being of light in this room, on your chair or couch or wherever. And then zoom even more out and see yourself in your house. And then zoom even a bit more and see yourself in your city. And even more out and see yourself just a little point of light in this on this beautiful globe that we call Earth. And while doing so, visualize also the other participants in this call, the other beautiful, beautiful souls that are here together, and see them also as points of light on the map. And send some beams of light. Connect yourself with them. Connect everyone. Create a field of energy, connecting all of you here present. And allow yourself to feel that you are not alone, that we are all here together, parts of this call this evening. And take two more deep breaths into this network of light. And then when you exhale, let it go and come back to yourself. Come back to your room, come back to your body, this beautiful body of light. And when you're breathing in, allow yourself to expand. And with every breathing out, allow yourself to drop deeper and deeper into yourself, to become heavier, to become more grounded, rested. And let's do it again. Dip fully in and allow yourself to feel the expansion. And then when breathing out, to feel like the relaxation, the dropping into your body, into your being. And also allow yourself to be open to the idea that this evening, this call is not going to be just another Zoom meeting, but just maybe it can be the beginning of a beautiful journey of discovering new tools, new knowledge, new information that will allow you to be more relaxed, to be more resilient, to have a sense of ease in your life, to accomplish whatever goals you want to accomplish, to be more happy. Yeah. And taking a few more deep breaths, one or two, not more. Allow yourself to move a bit, wiggle your fingers and your toes, and slowly open your eyes and get back and be present with us here So, beautiful people, thank you so much. Maybe um, maybe you can also share a few words, one or two in the chat. How are you feeling now after this small meditation? I know that I'm feeling a bit more calmer, and more at ease. So I'm hoping that that's also what is happening for you. I see Leontina saying that she's at the hospital in the corridor, not to disturb. Yes. Thank you so much for being here, even like this, or patient. That's always good, especially in the Zoom call. And relaxed. That's also very nice. Thank you. Yawning is also good. Clear. My body is tired and curious. I think that's a very good combination until now. Okay. So before starting with, before getting into the more, into the practice, the breathwork practice, um, I like also to invite you now that we are a bit more grounded and here. I also want to invite you to think maybe, and even to share if you already know, but maybe just to think for yourself. What is the intention that you have to be here? I mean, I guess you could have many other options, this evening, but still you chose to be here, and I'm grateful for this. And also, I'm curious to know the reason why. And while you're maybe thinking about that, and if you like also to share, that's great. I like to share a bit about myself, especially for those that don't know me, and why I am here. Um, and I like to start with an example of an issue or problem that I had, uh, and I still have a mind, a chattering mind, and this chattering mind is chatting a lot. And I think it's chatting also for you. I mean, I know that for my son, he's 6. Yesterday, he was sharing with my partner that his mind is talking a lot and he has a lot of thoughts. He has, as he said, I have so many thoughts, I don't even know which one to share. And so I had exactly the same problem, to the point where I actually felt that I couldn't hear anything except this chattering mind in my head. And that was in around 2019, um, when if I am to make a comparison of how my life looked like, I would make a comparison like I was in a house, and this house was full with old boxes, like huge boxes, a lot of boxes with all kind of stuff that I collected throughout my life. And I was there close with all the boxes, and it was really crowded. Like there was no place, like there was no space. Everywhere I moved, like I was hitting something. So I was like full with bruises and a lot of pain. And not only that it was like so crowded, but also it was dark, because I was also very afraid to go out, because outside was the real world and those were people, and everything was incredibly unpredictable. And I didn't know how to exactly deal with that. So it was much easier to just close everything and to pretend that nothing exists. So that was my strategy, which has resulted in me feeling like I'm really like a prisoner in this dark space full with old stuff that was very pinchy all the time. And in 2019, I decided that I cannot live like this anymore. And so I started to kind of like open the house. And I did that by getting into a lot of practices like meditation, breathwork, tantra, just to name a few. And what is happening in what, and also positive psychology, because I'm a researcher in as background, so I was also interested in that part. So what happened on the way was that slowly this, like first I opened a bit of a window, and then the sun got in, and I got like scared, like vampires do, like that, and close again, like oh my god, and then slowly I opened it a bit more, and then the door, and then I let the door open for a while, and step by step. And slowly I could also see what was inside the house, and it was like such a mess, like all these boxes and all the old stuff. And slowly I started to clean up a bit. And this has been going for quite a while, until 2 years ago, 3 years ago, actually, I got a burnout. And I realized that everything that I was doing was more like window dressing. Like, I was like trying to clean the house and have new curtains and stuff like that. But the foundation was like really bad. So everything was about to collapse. So that's exactly what happened. So everything collapsed, and I got myself into a burnout, which was good, as everything in life. If you look at it as a lesson, it's good because you learn from it. So I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about myself, yes, and I thought that, oh, I figured it out again. So I was very happy, and I was very proud of myself. I was like, my ego was like really like, yes, I can do this. I know how to do this. Okay. A year has passed, and at the end of the year, I got myself in another burnout, but this one even worse. Just to remind me that humbleness, it's a really good quality, um, and to learn some more thing about myself. So here I am, now trying to get out of the second burnout. I call it a burnout. I don't know what it is. It could be like a very bad case of, I don't know, transformation or crisis or something like that. But just for the sake of making it easy, I'll call it a burnout. And as a way to make sense of everything that has happened and all the, I don't want to say it's suffering, but let's say like challenges, and all the lessons that I have had until now, I decided to share what I have learned. Because one of the things that happens when you go through a lot of issues like that is that you learn a lot. So I have learned a lot about myself, but also a lot of tools on how to deal with adversity. Um, and it is my intention, and the reason why I wanted the reason why I wanted to do this program. It is because I like to share. It's my way to give meaning. I learned this from a very good friend of mine, also present here, to give meaning to my suffering, to give meaning to everything that has happened, is to share it also with the rest of the world, hoping that if anybody would learn something along the way and be spared, by some, you know, troubles and suffering, then my suffering has had a purpose. So this is why I'm here, and that's my intention. So what I'm going to share about are basically two things. First, breath work. My intention is to talk a lot and to do a lot of practices, to guide practices in breath work with you, and also to share from what I have learned from the more, let's say, the science of psychology. So to share some interventions that I have done myself, and they were quite helpful, at that time. So I wanted to share with you, and then also to share some more wisdom along the way, from Buddhism and whatever else. Um, you know, I'm also very open to your ideas if you want to talk about specific issues or topics, especially if we get to know each other better and you have an idea about how I approach things. That's also very welcome. Okay, so now that I have shared my intention for being here, how about you? What is your intention for being here? Except for supporting me, which I really deeply appreciate. What would you like to get out of this presence here that would you say, well, if I would get this, that would be really, you know, it would be very nice and would make my time worthwhile. I think because we are such a small, I have to slow me down. I think that because we are such a small group, it's also fine just to unmute yourself and just to say it if you like to say it. Also possible.
Fiona, I can start.
Yes, yes, dear sister.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I am usually very busy during the day with various things. So therefore, I wanted to join first. I love you very much, and I would love to support you. Second, I wanted to create this time for myself where I can breathe, let go, relax, and do something for myself. So that's basically my intention for tonight.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, sister. And then I was saying cultivating groundedness and courage and to rely and to fall back on my breath, which is always with me anyway. That's true. That's the only thing that's always available all the time. And Maria, connection, devotion, and curiosity. We too for the self and all. Thank you so much for sharing. And grounding and consistency of practice. Yes, that's a beautiful intention, especially the consistency of practice. That's the one that I have issues with. And supporting Joanna. Thank you, Frank. Makes my time worthwhile and learning more about breath work. Thank you. And time for slowing down. Bjorn, yes. Okay, so beautiful intentions. Thank you so much. Integrating breath work in my life. Yeah. Yes. I will just I will just use it. I will just use yes, Leontina, yes.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't get around to typing, but I'll just tell you quickly. I've done a huge course on breath work and self-development about 20 years ago, I guess, in Brussels. And it really changed my life. But for the last 6 years, I've been living under such stress that I'm just not practicing it. I'm not even breathing anymore. So and I'm still, I'm not for nothing in hospital. I fail because I'm not paying attention. I'm not mindful with what I'm doing. I really need to focus again. And it was wonderful to do this small exercise already because it made me relax. The yawning is great. It's a sign that it's working again, and I don't really manage to take the time to myself, always running around worrying. And
Yeah,
yeah, thanks.
you are welcome, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so anybody else wants to share, or can we move on? Okay, so integrating breath work in my life and the power of breath work, it's actually at the core of this program. And Leontina was just sharing that she has already experience with breath work. I want to ask you if you can just type fast in chat your experience with breath work. If you say from 1 to 10, I have, 1, I have never done anything, to 10 to I've tried everything. Where are you? And maybe also what kind of breath work are you have you experienced? Just to have an idea about where we are and what kind of experience do we all have. Okay. Shamanic breathwork, rhythmic breathing exercise, sleep breath meditation. Okay, 3, 4, 3.5, connected breath, say 3. Okay, 6. Okay, okay, so box breathing 6, yeah, 10 have done various. Okay, so we have one, and that's also perfectly fine. 2 sessions of meditation with breath work, with linga rhythmic breathing. Yes. So I see that we have quite a range, quite a range. One very intense. Okay, Osho, to many different breathing methods. Okay, so we have quite a range here, from people that are not experienced to people who have experienced quite a lot. And that's perfectly fine, because what we are going to do today and in every session, I'm not sure that you have done until now, because it's not something. It is not something that I have seen very much practice in the, at least in the tantra kind of like circles. So I just want to tell you a bit how I got to this particular style of breath work, and why I'm doing this facilitator training. I also had quite, I don't know, quite intense, quite a lot of experiences, from Osho kind of like breath work to circular conscious breathing to rebirthing. And I have had tantric kind of breath work, and I have had quite intense experiences, like, I don't know, dissolution of the self, and feeling like I'm in a psychedelic kind of like journey, and feeling like, I don't know, I was connected with all the universe in my let's call it yoni or vagina, for those that are not so much into tantra. So all kind of very, very interesting and very powerful experiences with a lot of insights. But those are very interesting, but those are not the kind of experiences that you can actually integrate every day. I mean, I don't think that I would have the time to do every day 1 hour of intense breath work, and then to also recollect myself after that, and also have like a normal life. And what I was looking for was a breath work that would help me to really tap into my nervous system, because last year I also found out I was diagnosed, I'm in the autism spectrum. And it seems that people in the autism spectrum have very, very high rates when it's about anxiety and fear kind of like based, let's call them conditions or whatever you want to call them. So my system is very, very sensitive for various reasons, and I get dysregulated very easily, because a lot of inputs, because everything comes in so hard. So so I was looking for something that I can do on a daily basis that is not so aggressive, that is not so like violent, like I don't know, Osho chakra meditation, let's say it like this. Um, but also that allows me to tap into to switch off the stress response and really tap into the parasympathetic system, and to allow me to get focused, grounded, and calm. So this is how I went on doing research, what's available, and this is how I found the Soma breathwork meditation. And this breath work is it's based on the ancient pranayama. It's actually using a lot of the techniques from the pranayama yogic tradition, um, techniques that have evidence by science that are effective. And it What we are going to do this evening, and their signature breathwork style, it combines two things. First, it combines rhythmic breathing, and then in combination then with breath holds. And what does the aim of everything is to allow you, as the person who's breathing, to breathe more efficiently and to use oxygen more efficiently, so that the result is that you're going to be breathing less per minute, you're going to use less oxygen, and this is going to have a positive impact on your on your health and well-being. Okay, so before starting to and going more into describing a bit how this would work, I like us to start with some measurements, because I'm a researcher and I like a lot to measure stuff. I have a clock, and what I like to measure is how many times are you actually breathing per minute. Because I'm going to explain. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm going to explain after we are going to do the measurement. Why is this important? So I'm not sure if you have a phone or a watch or something like that, that you have a stopwatch or something like that. Everybody has. Can you raise your finger if you have one, or you have the React here to show, in case you don't have the video on. Okay. Okay, absolutely wonderful. So everybody has a watch. Okay, so then what we are going to do is just take a couple of breaths. Don't force it, don't make it too long, too complicated. Just breathe normally, and then start your watch. Yeah, and then start to count. Breathe in and out. You count one, breathe in and out, two, etc., etc. And then at the end of the minute, then if you like to share, you can share. If you don't, also perfectly fine. But just remember for yourself how many breaths per minute you had. Okay? Everybody clear on what we have to do? Okay. So I'm going to also do this with you, because I like to measure myself, sometimes, to see how I'm doing. And then I'm going to start also my watch, and then see you in a minute. Okay, my minute has passed. Okay. So when I started this, I remember because I was with my partner and we did this test, and it was somewhere in December last year, and I had 24 breath per minute. And then I was very curious and I looked to see what is actually the average nowadays. And apparently that average, at least on Western population, it's about 20. Um, very nice, 6. Now I have 10. And it's not half year later, but since January anyway, I'm doing this breathwork training, and so I managed to get half or even less than it was before. So why is it important? Why is it important is because I'm looking at your numbers very well. I'm because um, the observation that the ancient, you know, I don't know how to call them, ancient people have had is that animal who breathe, who have less breath per minute, they live longer. The more breath per minute you have, the shorter you live, faster you die. The whole pranayama system of breathing techniques, it's actually aimed to ensure that people get to breathe less and less. The goal would be about 4 breath per minute. But if you are anyway below 10, good for you. So the lower breath per minute um, count was associated with a lot of things, including longevity, for instance, better well-being in general. And why is that? One of the reasons being the fact that, and I'm sure that you all heard about this idea of oxidative stress. In simple terms, it means that like you have metals in the air, exposed to oxygen, they are going to rust. That's exactly what is happening to our body, to our cells, when they are exposed to oxygen. So the more oxygen you have in your system, the higher the chance, and the damage due to oxidative stress. That's the reason why the whole hype about antioxidants. Yeah. Now, one of the things that so when you breathe less, that means that you're breathing less oxygen, right? You breathe less. Your body uses the oxygen more efficiently, so you don't have to constantly flood yourself with oxygen. That means that you're going to have less problem with these free radicals and 22. Okay, so we have work to do, Leontine. That's very good. That's why we are here. So this breathwork technique that we are going to start practicing today has exactly that aim, to allow in time for the body to use oxygen more efficiently, and by this you will need to breathe less, and by breathing less per minute, that's going to have impact on your health and well-being on the long term. Now, for me, it took like 4 or 5, something like that, months to get from 24, I think it was, to 10, how it was now. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's something that you need to practice. That's the bad part, like it's not going to be like a magic bullet. On the other hand, I didn't practice more than 20, like this meditation that we are going to do today is like 22 minutes. I didn't practice more than that. So you don't have to stay hours and hours to breathe, and it's just 20 something minutes a day. Okay. So that was the good part, and that was the bad part, or something like that. So you do have to work for this, but it is possible, and it doesn't take, hours and hours and hours of your time. So With this said, are you ready to actually start breathing? Yes, excellent. So let's just go very fast over something that is, of course, very important, and those are counter. No, let's do it like this. Let's first talk about how we are going to breathe, and then we are going to discuss about counterindications, because there are also some. As I was saying, two parts. First of all, rhythmic breathing, and then breath holds. Now, for the rhythmic breathing, what you have to do is to breathe into your belly. Yeah. And so please just let's exercise this together. If you can place your hand on your belly and breathe, and maybe put also one of the hand on your chest. Just pay attention and notice what part of your body is raising first. Is it the hand on your belly, or is it the hand on your chest? Yeah. The idea being that when you're breathing, the first should be the belly raising. So you're breathing first in your belly. And if you're breathing deeply, of course, then you're going to also have a movement on the hand on your chest. But the idea is to make sure that while we are breathing, you are breathing into your belly. That's why comfortable clothes, like not jeans that are very tight or something like that, because they are constricted. So, it's much, you need a bit of flexibility and comfort in this case. Okay. Now the breathing is going to be in through the nose and out through the mouth. Yeah. And it's very important when you will breathe that you don't force anything. This is not like a heavy breathing. You're not going to do something like that, right? You can breathe deeply. Yes, but don't force it. And especially when you exhale, just allow your diaphragm to just move relaxed. Uh, and also make sure that you don't have like a pause between your inhale and exhale. Yeah. Now you're going to hear the music, and it's going to be not my voice but the voice of a man, and it's going to count. It's going to go like this: in, two, out, 2, 3, 4. So the first phase, we are going to start with the breathing in for a count of 2 and out for a count of 4. Yeah. So let's try to together. So you're going to hear in, two, out, 2, 3, 4. So in through the nose, out, 2, 3, 4 through the mouth. Exactly. And we are going to just follow this rhythm, and the music is also going to guide you to the point where you're going to, and also my voice, to the point where the music will intensify, and I will also help you and signal the moment when we are going to go into the breath retention. And the breath retention has two parts. First part is retaining breath hold with lungs empty. So what we are going to do is going to have a big inhale and then let all the air out until lungs are empty. You can even use like so that you make sure that everything is out, and you hold your breath. And in order to help you hold your breath, you're going to let your chin drop. This creates an energy lock here so that the air cannot go in and out. And you're going to relax. Relax is the key here. Relax. And I'm going to help you to remind you what you have to do in this situation. Yeah. And then staying in that breath hold, at some point you're going to feel the need, like, oh, I need to take a breath of air. When that comes, try to override it, try to just go a bit out of your comfort zone. And when you cannot anymore, just take a little sip in and then out again, and go back into the breath hold again, with the lungs empty. And you can do this 3 times, this sip in and out. Yeah. And at some point, you're really going to have that like really strong urge, like, oh, I really need to breathe. And then we are going to take a deep breath in and hold. So this time, the second breath hold is going to be with the lungs full. And here you're going to use your mula bandha, the pelvic floor muscles, and you're going to squeeze them. And imagine how you're going to shoot up this energy up into your body, up into your midbrain, and out if you are into chakras and stuff like that. If not, just squeeze your mula bandha. Okay, so this is kind of like the sequence, and we are going to repeat this 2 times. But first, the rhythmic breathing is a 2-4, and the second one it's a 4-4. That means 4 in and 4 out. Okay, everything that I just said, you don't have to remember everything now. I'm going to guide on the way. And what I wanted to share now with you was the counter indication, and I put them on the slide because these are important. So the rhythmic breathing, it's okay for everyone. It's fine. It's not going to do you any harm. But especially the breath holds, but also prolonged breath holds, because this is what we are going to do. It's not it's not recommended, and I definitely do not recommend to do in case of severe critical disease, infections that impair your ability to breathe. COPD being, for instance, an example. Severe uncontrolled hypertension, usually after a heart attack, organ failure, late stage terminal illness, pregnancy, if you have epilepsy, pacemaker, irregular heartbeat. Yeah, with exceptions when your doctors give you specific permission, but I take it that nobody asked the doctor for today. So my suggestion is that if any of these apply to you, do not do the breath holds, but just continue to breathe normally until the next phase of rhythmic breathing. Yeah? Okay. Are there any questions now before we are going to start? Okay. Then in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my headsets. My speaker is not working properly. I will have to check here that everything is okay. Can you hear me well? Okay. I'm going to share my computer audio with you. Okay. If you also have a headset, it's going to help. If not, it's also perfectly well. I'm just going to do a test with the music so that I'm sure that the music volume and that of my voice, it's also okay. So now you're hearing the music. Do you also hear well my voice? Is everything okay? Okay. And I'm going to stop it, put it back again. And if everybody is settled, then we can start. Yes? Let's wait for everybody to settle down. Okay, here we go. So sit comfortably with your back straight in an upright position. And let's start by just turning your attention to your breath. Just observe it. You don't have to do anything about it. Just follow it. How you breathe in and out effortlessly without trying to manipulate it in any way. And now bring your awareness to an intention of gratitude. By becoming aware of a time and a place where no one truly felt grateful to be alive on this beautiful, beautiful planet we call Earth. And project this image, this place, this situation on your mind's eye, like a movie where you are the main character, and make it as vivid as possible. Where were you? What were you doing? Were you alone? Or were you in company of others? What were you hearing? Were there birds or other sounds? Maybe there was just silence. What were you smelling, touching, tasting? And make everything as vivid as possible. Like this experience would happen really just now. And feel that beautiful feeling of gratitude. Feel it. Allow it to exist in your body now. Make it real. Make it real and vivid. And allow it to feel you. For some reason I got a phone call, I don't know. Okay. And take this feeling of gratitude with you in this journey and allow it to grow and to intensify as we are now preparing to breathe in beats. And when you're going to hear in, you're going to breathe in. And where you're going to hear out, you're going to breathe out. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Into the nose and out through the mouth. Without pause between the inhale and exhale. Into your belly, relaxed, smooth, continuous rhythm. Like a wave. And when you're breathing, pay attention to those feelings of gratitude. And allow them to grow and expand. And maybe you want to let a sigh when you're exhaling. Allowing those good feelings to fill you in, to intensify and to grow. Very well. And maybe you already feel some new sensations in your body. Maybe a tingling in your lips and your face, or a change in temperature, or visions or lights on your mind's eye. Allow everything to be. Continue to breathe in rhythm, smooth, constant. It's safe to breathe. And make your make your breath even deeper. Supercharging yourself with this good energy and feelings. Allow those good feelings and sensations to expand. Feeling gratitude, feeling the good sensations and feeling growing, expanding into every single cell of your body, healing, nourishing you with new energy. And as you breathe in gratitude, and as you breathe out with a sigh of good feeling, breathe out love. Prepare yourself for the breath hold, as we soon are going to breathe in and now take a deep, big breath in, squeeze, and then let it out with a sigh. Empty your lungs and hold your breath. Let your chin drop to your chest. Create an energy lock and relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Relax your diaphragm. Hold your breath. Your lungs are empty. While you go into a moment of deep relaxation and inner peace. When you feel a bit of restlessness, desire to breathe, try to override it just a bit. When you cannot do it anymore, take a little sip in and then out again, empty your lungs and go back to silence. Go back to peace. Go back to relaxation. And you can repeat this 2 more times. And every time, push yourself just a little bit more. Resist the urge to breathe just a little bit more. as a metaphor for life. As we go beyond our comfort zone, this is where the growth begins. This is where the growth occurs. Relax and enjoy. When you get that really strong urge to breathe, see if you can override it just a bit more. And when you cannot do it anymore, take a big breath, full in and hold. Squeeze your mula bandha, the pelvic floor muscle, the muscle that you use to hold your pee. And just imagine how this energy, you're shooting it up from down your body, up to your chest and to your midbrain and beyond. And hold this breath with your lungs full for 30 seconds, 1 minute, or until it's not comfortable anymore. And then let it out with a sigh of good feelings. And go back to normal breathing as we prepare to the second round. And this time breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4.
In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In,
Deep
2,
breath in
3,
to your nose
out,
and
2,
out
3,
to your mouth.
4. In, 2,
Allow your breath to be deep
out, 2,
and relax.
4. In, 2,
No pause between inhales and exhales. Smooth, constant rhythm.
4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3,
Allow yourself to sigh
in, 2,
with the sounds on the exhale,
out, 2, 3,
the sound of experience.
2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4.
Notice those sensations, how they intensify, tingling, the warm or the cold feeling, and that feeling of gratitude, of well-being, just growing inside of you, expanding, healing within. Maybe even allow a smile on your face. Make this feeling bigger, bigger and stronger and stronger. That's right. Supercharge all this new energy from this universe. Call it in. Make it yours.
4. In, 2, 3, 4.
Because you're amazing. You're a miracle.
2, 3,
And you already have everything that you need to receive infinite love
2,
and health and wealth and abundance. All yours. Just open your heart, open your mind, connect to the white light, because this is really true love. That's right. keep breathing, keep connecting. Breathing gratitude and breathe out love. Make your intention clear and embody now, in this moment, that future moment where you experience the greatest joy, the greatest liberation. That's right. Feel the joy, the passion, embody that feeling of gratitude, of success, of abundance. As we are approaching now again the breath hold. Take a deep breath in. And with every breath, allow the good feelings to expand. Make them even bigger, even stronger. Allow them to nourish you. Take a deep breath in. And now fully let go. Empty your lungs and hold your breath. Allow your chin to drop to your chest and relax. Go back into this deep moment of silence, of peace. This is where your thought files are reassembling, allowing you to gain clarity, insight, focus. Deepest, most profound state of meditation. And when you feel that desire to take a breath, push yourself a bit over your comfort zone and then take a little sip in and out and go back into your breath holds. Go back to the silence. Go back to yourself. And do this 2 more times if you like. Again, pushing yourself every time to just hold on a bit longer. As when you go beyond the comfort zone, this is where the strength, this is where the growth, this is where expansion, this is the truth of who you are. This is where you turn impossible into I am possible. When you get that next sensation, that big urge to breathe, take a deep breath in and hold And squeeze your mula bandha, squeeze the PC muscle, shooting up that energy up and up and up. And stay in this hold for 30 seconds, 1 minute, until it's comfortable. And then let it out with a sigh of good feelings. Allow yourself to remain with your eyes closed for a bit, bathing in this new sensation and this newfound calm and peace. You will move forward with a newfound sense of heightened energy, heightened awareness, and inspired thinking. And as you become activated, take forward this energy and this feeling of gratitude wherever you go. And notice how it rubs off around you. And be grateful for the feeling that you give to others as you vibe at a higher frequency. And notice that as you vibe at that higher frequency, it begins to help you to attract the tribe that is also at that wavelength, helping and supporting you forward through your journey in life. That's right. Much love and positive energy. And when you're ready, start wiggling your fingers and your toes, and just moving and getting back to your body, getting back to the room. When you feel comfortable, open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope that you could hear my voice well, because I see now Nedret saying that she had a problem with hearing my voice. Do all the rest also had the same problem, or was it okay? More or less, okay. We are going to learn then for the next time to do better. So in the end, because we are really approaching 10 o'clock, I like you to ask to share just a few words that come up for you now. You want to share them in the chat or just unmute yourself. The voice was a bit low when the music got more intense. I also noticed that in the second part, and I tried to remedy, but then I didn't do it quite well. So next time I will have to do that a bit better. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so expanded and calmer. Thank you. Thank you also, Nedret, for being here.
Happy that we took the time to breathe together. Thank you.
I see smiling, so that's okay. So every time I see people smiling, even if they are muted and they are like not doing any, We feel high. High is always nice. You can imagine how it is when you have a session like this for an hour. Touched and alive afterwards, tearing up a bit. Thank you so much. Thank you also, Fena. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. So, yes, it was beautiful also for me to, to guide this session for you, and grateful for the time together and breathe together the same. And I would like to share something else now. Let's see where I am sharing this. What I want to share is this book that's called Breath, the New Science of a Lost Art. This was for me like really like an eye opener when I was reading it, and I was like constantly saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm doing everything wrong," and learning so much about the breath and what it can do with the body. So if you have the time and the inclination to read, then I definitely recommend this book for you. And to make sure that we end on time, that is in about 8 minutes from now, I would like to introduce you to a challenge for next week. So this session is recorded, so I will upload it and I will share the link with you, so you always have it available. And then my challenge for you is to see if it's possible for you to do the breath work, this 22 minutes session, to do it every day. And then to see for yourself and to notice for yourself the kind of impact it has on you. Yeah, you can do it in the morning. I love to do it in the morning. It really centers me and helps me get into the day, but also at the end of the day to really relax me for before going to sleep. And then because we are talking so much like today, all the meditations and everything is like notice. It's all about noticing. It's all about being curious about yourself and about how you work and about how you function. I also want to invite you to a different challenge, and this is a positive psychology intervention that is meant to increase curiosity. Like, I'm sure that those of you who have small children are very used to the phenomenon, or what is that, why is that, like, children ask a lot of questions, and as we grow older we stop asking questions, we stop being so curious. And when we stop being curious, then we assume that we know things. Like, why would we ask questions if you know? And so by developing curiosity, we kind of like start to learn to be children again, to be curious, to live with an open eye. Like, we would see things for the first time. When you see things for the first time, you're amazed and you're curious. Like, what is this? Why is it like this? Like, what the function? Like, what does this do to me? And that's how children lives, and that's kind of like how I also would like to live, with an open eye and an open heart to everything around me. And this positive psychology intervention, it's a very easy one. And there are some articles showing that it works in terms of actually stimulating people, taking this intervention to become more curious. So everything that you have to do is to take a picture. It doesn't matter. You go someplace, you're someplace, you just take a picture of something. It doesn't matter what. And then when you have basically 2 minutes of your time, you look at that picture on your phone, and you have a piece of paper and a pen, and you just start to write questions. Everything that comes to your mind in 2 minutes, all the questions. Like, like for instance, I'm looking now and I'm already can ask a lot of questions about how many people are here and how do they feel and how many men and how many women, and you get the picture. And that's everything that you have to do. And it's a very interesting exercise, because the first time when I did it, I actually froze. Like I was looking at the picture and I was like, I don't know what to ask. And it's an interesting phenomenon when you're like, I don't know what to ask. And then the more you practice, the more your mind become more accustomed to just be curious. So nowadays, I don't take the picture anymore. But for instance, when I go out walking, I just set myself like a timer in my head from here to there. I'm just going to ask questions. And then I just look around and then I just start, how many trees? What kind of trees? How many leaves are on average in a tree? Do they all have flower? What kind of flower? You get the picture. And that's a practice that I do still now every day when I go walking or something like that, because it's just fun, and it also helps me to keep myself curious and open about the world. And if you are interested also in the research on this, I can show you I can send you the links, but in this case, you can also just, take my word for it that it works. Okay, 3 more messages. First part was very difficult to follow as I couldn't catch what you were saying. Okay, the second was wonderful, nearly hypnosis. Okay, Leontine, thank you so much for that feedback. Definitely to improve on the technicalities, but I'm very very happy that the second part really worked, and it's also a practice to learn, how this works, and later it's going to be easier. And nice homework every day. Yes, every day. Just try it. I mean, just make yourself a gift every day, 22 minutes. You can also look at it in this way. Okay. So with this said, is there maybe somebody that comes up for any of you that you would like to share about the practice, about the homework? Let's call it a challenge, not a homework. Nobody likes to have homeworks. Anything else? I don't like to have homeworks. I like to give myself challenges. Anything that you would like to share? Okay. Yes, I will send you tomorrow I will send you tomorrow morning an email with the link, so where you can get the recording. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? No. Okay. In this case, thank you so much for being here. It is like 2 minutes before 10. I think we are doing fine. I wish you a very restful and good sleep night. And then I hope to see you all in a week's time, next Monday, same time, same place. New breath work, new homework, challenge. Okay. Bye bye.
You. Thank you.